Hi everyone, welcome back to example 2. Here we have f of x equals 4 minus x squared, quantity cubed. So our inside function is what's inside parentheses, 4 minus x squared. And you'll notice that this is being raised to the third power. And so you can think of the outside function as being something like u to the third power. And so what I want to do is to take the first derivative, and let's use the chain rule for that. F prime of x is equal to, and we need to take the derivative first of the outside function. And so using the power rule, that's going to be 3 times u squared. But instead of u, I'm going to use parentheses since I need to plug in my inside function. So let's go ahead and do that. 4 minus x squared. And now I will multiply by the derivative of the inside function, which is negative 2x. Now let's go ahead and combine 3 and negative 2x. So we get negative 6x times 4 minus x squared, quantity squared. And certainly you could go ahead and expand that and distribute the negative 6x, but for the sake of this example, it's probably easiest to just leave it in factored form, and this should provide you with an easy check. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how we could daisy chain some of these properties together and develop a general power rule and general exponential rule. So if we have a function g of x that is differentiable, then the derivative of g of x to the nth power is just simply going to be n times g of x to the n minus 1. But what do I have to do? I have to multiply by the derivative of the inside function. That's g prime of x. And I could do this as many number of times as I need to if I have functions that are nested within each other. Now what happens if I have an exponential? Well, you'll remember that the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. And so not surprisingly, the derivative of e to the g of x will have that as a component, but we have to take the derivative of this inside function g prime of x. So here we have the derivative of e to the g of x is equal to the derivative of the exponent g prime of x times e to the g of x. Why don't you take a minute and go ahead and get started on example number 3, work part A, and then we'll come back in the next video and check your solution. See you in a moment.